One, and we are now live. Everyone say a nice big hello.
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 Hello, hello. So you guys can be heard. I can be heard. It is Friday night. It must be now time for the revenge of the Mafia, the long-form improvised comedy show where one of the people you are seeing on the screen will soon find out that they are a killer, and it will be their job to pick off and kill everyone else you can see on the screen unless they are caught, and then the others will survive. Now, at the moment, no one knows that they are the killer, and they will find this out presently. But audience, throughout the show tonight, you need to watch their faces, listen to what they say, pay attention to the tone of their voice, because you can ask questions throughout the show and we will put them to any of our suspects. Now, before we get to that, let me first direct your eyes down to the bottom of the screen where you will see the writing is on the wall. Now, currently it says support the show. Subscribe at www.youtube.com/XstreameImprov. So if you could smash that subscribe button, that would be absolutely amazing. So ding that bell, give it a like, and that will help people find the show. But for now, let us meet today's performers. Let us meet today's suspects, I should say, rather than performers. We're going to start with Banana Rousey. Would you please introduce yourselves introduce us to the people?
Hello, everyone. I am Banana Rousey. I am a banana. I came here from another dimension. I can also do impressions. If Alfred Hitchcock was a banana. That didn't work.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Banana Rousey. Next, from Banana to Chips, Chips O'Reilly. Please introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, my name's Chips O'Reilly. I'm just here to have a good time, maybe catching a show or two.
Okay, fantastic, Chips. Next up, we need to meet the Black Crow. Would you please introduce yourself to the people?
Hello, I'm the Black Crow, and I'm so happy to be here. It's great to be out of the, fields and actually be here with all of you. I'm so happy.
Okay, well, thank you very much there, Black Crow. And next up, of course, we need to meet Angelica Soupcan.
It's Soupson, darling.
Oh, sorry.
Angelica Soupson, like a little bit. I'm just a little bit. I'm never too much. I'm an actress, of course, as you know. You'll have seen me in many things. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. And I have my cat with me, of course. Yes, baby Soup's on here. He's here as well. Charmed. Lovely.
Okay, next up we need to meet Dr. Fraser Crane.
Hello, I'm Dr. Fraser Crane here, and I am listening. Especially during these dark times, I will provide great mental health advice for you all.
Okay, thank you for that, Doctor. It's also worth noting that your network bandwidth is low. Your network bandwidth is low.
Oh, dear.
Thank you, IQ.
Okay, and last but certainly not least, we need to meet DCI Blueberry.
Yes, hello everybody. I am Detective Inspector Constable Blueberry, or Dick for short. I am the most private detective. You could call me a private Dick Private, or something like that. I don't know. But I'm the private detective of this town.
Okay, thank you very much. So, with this, audience, let me just explain a couple of things that are going to happen. Like I mentioned earlier, one of them are about to find out that they are a killer. I will decide this with a roll of the dice, which will happen within the next couple of minutes. But first of all, let me just explain to you that each of our suspects in this town starts off the show with $10,000. This is their protection money. Now, the show takes place with night and day phases, but with all of the recent serial killers and killings that have been going on, we have advised everyone to keep their lights on throughout. Now, if anyone does need to switch their camera view off, of course you can if you need to step away for anything, but we may read something into that. So, with this, we are soon going to enter the night phase, during which the person who is the killer will tell us who they wish to kill. If you are not the killer, you have three choices. You can either do nothing and hope for the best, spend protection money, in which case you have to message directly to me, $0 enough, and let me know how much you wish to protect yourself from 0 to 10, plus the phrase protect me. Or if you wish to steal from someone else, write the name of the person you wish to steal from and a number from 1 to 10 of how much you wish to steal. But before we get to any of that in the night phase, we need to get to know each other. There will be a 90-second period of interaction, during which I will roll this dice and let the person who is the killer know that it is them. Now, as this is a lights-on show, this will be in plain view of everyone else to potentially be seen. So pay attention to everyone's faces, see if they are up to anything no good, and guys, get to know each other. Begin.
Hello everybody, how are we all today?
Oh, I'm very good, actually, Detective Inspector Constable. It's absolutely charming to meet you.
Is my radio signal working there as well?
Oh, we can hear you quite well, darling. Yes, we can. We can.
Yeah.
Yes, Doctor.
Mm.
Then who needs my mental health advice?
I think we all do.
Well, I am a banana.
And
I
you're
need
all
your advice, because, you know, I don't get out much. Even though I'm a bird, I don't get out much.
So is it because of your fear of the outside world?
I have a fear of cats, and they live on the actress's forest that she has outside her mansion, and the cat's always going around all the time, and I get a little bit scared.
Well, according to your
don't worry,
biology...
Little Soup's
Well,
son
according to
wouldn't hurt you.
chase me out the front lawn.
Well,
Don't say.
he's very tame. I mean, he only chases when he's provoked. You know that.
What kind of things provoke them?
Rabbits,
Well,
maybe.
yes, anything furry, basically. He does. He actually attacked one of my fur coats the other day. But no, he's very friendly. You humans will be absolutely fine with him, so you shouldn't worry at all about it.
Okay, let me just
Wow.
interrupt there. Let me just interrupt. Oh dear. We have someone else joining us, which is going to put a whole issue on this thing. So, just very quickly, before we go any further, we may have to have a 1-minute do-over. It's only going to take away the last minute, just because we have someone else joining us. I did wonder if they were going to make it. And with this, okay, let's just see. Are you with us? Are you with us? Are you with us? Hello. Hello, we are currently live. Are you with us?
Yes.
Okay, could you quickly rename yourself? You are number 7. You are Offspring. Fantastic. So, very quickly, we're going to have 1 more minute on the clock. The person who is the person who I let them know that they are the killer, you are no longer the killer, and I'm going to have to re-roll the dice, okay?
Oh.
Just to keep things fair. Okay, so, everyone, we have a new
So,
person
it was
arrived in
Blueberry.
town. We will read into this what we will. There will be 1 further minute of getting to know each other. Continue.
Oh,
Hey,
Chips.
everyone.
Hello, Offspring. Hello, darling. You're looking gorgeous.
Thank you. It's because I'm offspring. Made
Oh.
offspring.
Oh.
How's it going, you guys? What's the weather in your town like?
Well, we've established that and Soupçon's cat doesn't like puppets.
Or bananas.
Or bananas.
I want
Oh,
fruits.
well, fur, generally.
Well, the black crows issue.
Oh, so it's-
Well, the
my
black
mistake.
crows issue not because of the puppet alone.
She trained her cat to attack things with fur, apparently.
Okay, that
I
is
made a
more
mistake.
than enough time, in fact. So, during the last minute, I let someone know that they are the killer. And with this, we will immediately be entering what is known as the night phase. So, I will explain this 1 time here before we start the minute timer. And then throughout the rest of the show, you will just now have to know the rules. So, with this, when I start the timer, you will have 1 minute to let me know your intentions during the night. If you are the killer, you have 2 choices. You can either steal from someone else, or you can kill someone else. If you wish to steal, then you write the name of the person you wish to steal from, plus a number of 1 to 10. The more you steal, the more chance there is you will be caught. If you are not the killer, you have 3 choices. Either you can do nothing and hope for the best, you can choose to protect yourself by writing protect me and a number from 1 to 10, or you can choose to steal from someone by writing the name of the person you wish to steal from and a number from 1 to 10. With this, 1 minute on the clock begins. So, during this night phase, I will also remind you that one of your hands at all times must always be not visible to anyone else. For the reason that if you were to have both of your hands visible, then it would be trying to make a statement that you are not the killer. So one of your hands must always be off screen, just to keep things fair. So with this, if the person who is the killer wants to kill or wants to steal, do let me know this. There are just about 30 seconds left. Audience, pay attention to them. Who do you think is typing? Who do you think has got the killer look within their eyes? And let's see what we've got going on here. So,
Puppets are clearly saying that they are the killers.
They want us to believe in it.
Excuse me.
okay.
I will not.
Why?
Don't like to cut your jib.
Okay, that is time. That is time. And with this, let me just check, because unfortunately we have some news to share. With a roll of the dice, we have a thief amongst us. We have a thief. Unfortunately, the thief that we can name is the Black Crow. The Black Crow, you are a thief. Do you have anything to say for yourself at this stage? Okay, I thought you may. Well, for this, you are going to be humiliated. So for the rest of this day phase, every time you communicate, you must do so through song. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, with this, we have some more bad news to share, I am afraid. And that is that, unfortunately, we do in fact have a murderer within our midst. And unfortunately, Dr. Fraser Crane was killed during the night. Doctor,
Oh, no.
My good friend. No.
Doctor, I can still communicate with you using my psychic ability from beyond the grave. Do you have a suspicion of who it is that may have killed you?
The world of psychology has lost a very great mind. Well, my hatred towards puppets still stands. And yet, I'd like to give the benefit of the doubt and say I have no evidence regarding who was my killer, but I'd like to point out my second favorite nemesis, the banana.
Okay, so with this, audience, throughout this show, you will have the opportunity to ask anyone you're seeing on the screen questions. Ask them questions and we will put them to them, and you could try to work out who you think the killer is.
I would just like to say that bananas are good for you.
Okay. I will ask you to hold any thoughts until we get to questions.
Which allergic to bananas.
What?
Dr. Fraser Crane, your network bandwidth is low. You are fading fast. Right. So with this, please keep that in mind. With this, we will now go round. Everyone will get the opportunity to ask one other person one question as you try to work out who the killer is. So starting off, Banana Rousey, who is your question for?
My question is for the Black Crow.
Okay.
Why do you have a gun?
Cause I'm bad and bad as Shamo.
Okay, fantastic. Chips O'Reilly, who is your question for, please?
I'd like to ask Blueberry a question.
Oh,
What
yes.
was the most famous case you ever solved?
I solved the mysterious case of the missing sandwich.
Oh, that was you.
Okay.
That was me.
Okay, fair enough. The Black Crow, who is your question for?
He's an actress in disguise.
Okay. So what?
I think she means me, darling.
Oh, okay. So what is your question, please?
Did you do it? Did you do it?
Gosh, no. What a tragic loss for this town, I have to say. Yeah, absolutely tragic. Of course I didn't do it, you silly little bird.
Okay, fair enough. Angelica, who is your question for, please?
Oh, I would like to ask Chips. Chips, is it true that you and Dr. Fraser Crane had a falling out over some of his mental health advice that he was dishing out yesterday?
That is true. Fraser Crane used to bug me. He used to actually sit right here, I believe. Didn't realize that until he died. But yeah, I missed the guy. But now we had a falling out. He's always a little pushy.
Okay, Dr. Crane, are you still with us? Have you completely expired?
I am dead, but you can still hear my voice.
Okay.
I would like to ask my former patient a question.
Okay.
What was it about me that ticked you off?
I'm not even asking for mental help, and you just came to tell me what's wrong with me. You do that to everybody. It's really annoying.
Okay.
Well, you're not a trained psychologist. I can detect those things far away. I can see that you are suffering from deep depression.
There you are again, thinking you're smarter than everyone.
Okay. So, with that, DIC Blueberry, who is your question for, please?
I have a very important question for Angelica. Right. You remind me of my grandma. Were you in any famous movies that I would know of?
Oh, I've been in lots and lots of famous movies. I have been in Prezzo's Honour, pizza-based chain film, nothing to do with the different one with Jack Nicholson. And I've been in many, many films. Yes, mostly straight to the internet nowadays, of course. Yes.
Okay, and Offspring, who is your question for, please?
Well, my question is for the Black Crow. Crow, you know that I love spring so much. Why do you have to spoil all the crops? Every spring.
I am the fire starter. Wicked fire starter.
Okay,
I think you're a murderer.
Okay. So with this, let's see. We do have a couple of questions from the audience. Audience, feel free to continue to ask questions throughout the entire show. Dr. Crane, Who do you think hates you the most?
I would like to point out that everyone in this town hates me, except for that actress. She seems to have a soft spot for me because I've actually given her therapy and helped her get over her first marriage.
Fair enough. Offspring. Aaron asks, why were you late?
Well, Aaron, Easter is just around the corner. I was busy sowing the seeds of good fruits and plants.
Okay.
Busy person.
Okay. Aaron also asks, Chips, who do you suspect?
Right now, I don't know. I'm starting to lean towards the actress. I mean, anyone who has a cat, I mean, that's just known you're evil if you're holding a cat.
Okay, okay. And let's
Comes
just
from
see.
Fraser Crane. I mean, that can't be right. You got to be messed up in the head to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. How can we judge their faces if they're not human? Well, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Does anyone want to come in on a thought on that?
Well, people who have something to hide might well be covering up with puppetry, I would say. Even though they are obviously the things that they are. Why would a detective inspector constable be wearing a blue puppety face? Just saying.
Okay.
I don't boys in blue, but, you know.
I can't help that I was the victim of an experiment that went terribly wrong.
Okay. Okay. So with this,
I'm
everyone,
the result of serious trauma.
guys, you'll have your opportunity because there will now be 1 minute 30 on the clock of open discussion. So use this time to try to pin down who you think the killer is, because after this, we will soon be at the point where, rather than risk getting killed, we're going to kill someone. So with this, 1 minute 30 on the clock, open interaction, begin.
I may be dead, but that will not keep me from shutting up, so I will annoy you.
All right, everyone, stand back. This is a crime scene. I'm here to inspect this.
Did you get some kind of ID? Tell me what to
Yes.
do. Is that an ascot you're wearing, by the way? You think you're the guy from Scooby-Doo?
It is an ascot, and no, it was my grandmother's.
Are you close with your grandmother? You've
I
mentioned
was
her
very-
twice now.
Yeah, I'm very close with my grandmother. She's the lovely lady. Yeah, you know the story Paddington?
Yes.
Kind of like that with a puppet.
Oh, I auditioned for that, but didn't get to part. Oh, shame.
Grandmother sounds like
No,
a
you shouldn't feel shame for those parts that you have lost. It's in the past. We moved on from that.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, but everyone stay clear. All right, I'm gonna try and investigate this as quickly as possible, and I will find out who the killer is.
You do that. Unless it's you.
Let me offer you a tip. Offspring suspected the crow of being a killer, but the crow stole yesterday, so he couldn't have been the killer.
Crow looks like something. Crow really wants to say something.
Yeah.
Rose.
Which one of us?
Yeah,
So glad I don't have ears.
It's amazing for a crow that she has a good singing voice.
I'm quite
Yes.
impressed.
So Chips O'Reilly, are you just Chips O'Reilly or are you Chips and Dips O'Reilly?
Who's your
Chips
Chips?
O'Reilly. My brother's name is Dale, so they call us Chips and Dale. It's kind of embarrassing.
Because I knew a Chips and Dips O'Reilly who used to murder back in the spring of...
Okay, that is the end of this period
Oh,
of
I see.
open discussion. With this, there'll be one final interaction where we will then put things to the vote. So with this, a roll of the dice shows that it is going to be between DIC Blueberry and it is going to be between Chips. So Blueberry and Chips, I will spotlight you. This will be the last opportunity before we put things to the vote. So let's spotlight Blueberry, let's spotlight Chips. And with this, use this minute wisely, figure out who the killer is. Begin.
Has your
What do you think?
investigation turned anything up? What have you found?
So far, not a lot. There was evidence of suspicious foul play, but I could almost see crow's feet.
You saw a murder and you found out that it was suspicious, you say. That is deep investigative work.
Hey, I got a graduation from Sesame Street. What can I say?
It's more than I got.
Yeah.
Crow's
but
feet, you say?
I
Crow's
think
feet.
I swear I saw crow's feet or the mistaken smell of banana.
Oh, banana. Those could
It
be
could-
dangerous.
It could potentially be the banana. That's in my opinion, anyway.
Ah, well, you are the educated inspector amongst us. Maybe I should
I am-
listen to you, unless you're just trying to throw us off your scent.
I have no scent, unless it's the sweaty palms of my puppeteer. But apart
I
from
don't
that,
believe that. Your fur just looks probably dirty. You got a
Oi!
smell, I would imagine.
oi!
You shower.
I have you know I showered this morning, 2 weeks ago.
That makes no sense whatsoever, but I believe you.
Okay, that is time. That is time. Audience, it is now voting time. Please vote now and save us. Who do you suspect the killer is? Put the name of the person you think is the killer into the comment section, and then we will tally up all of the audience votes, and they will count as an equal vote to each of our suspects, because they have, frankly, more to lose than you. But we will go around everyone, and we will work out who we think the killer is. So, first of all, Banana Rousey, who do you think is the killer, please?
Oh, I don't know. I really should pick an accent. I think it's the Black Crow.
Okay, that is a vote against the Black Crow. And Chips O'Reilly, who do you think it is, please?
I'm sticking with the actress. She just seems like she's that type of person to me.
Okay, that is a vote for Angelica. So, who do you think it is? Well, Dr. Fraser Crane, unfortunately, you are dead, so you do not get to vote unless there is a tie-break situation. Angelica, who do you think it is, please?
Oh gosh, it's ever so difficult, isn't it? It's such a tragic thing. I haven't heard a lot from the banana, so I think we need to peel back some of the layers. Maybe there's something there that's been hidden. And you just have rather a scary face. So just on appearances alone, as I am an actress, I'm going to go with banana.
Okay, Black Crow, what would you say?
Banana split.
Okay, fantastic. Offspring, what would you say at this stage?
Well, I don't like the crow at all. They just eat the seeds in the spring, so it will be crow.
Okay, so that is a vote against Black Crow. And DIC Blueberry, who would you vote against, please?
Well, after a thorough investigation, I would have to say banana.
Okay, that is another vote for the banana. We will now go to the audience and see what they say. So we have got votes for, and help me count, guys. Audience votes are still coming in, so we'll give it a couple more seconds. But if I just scroll up, then we can start going down. And we have votes against Chips, Offspring, Banana, Offspring, Crow, Blueberry, Offspring. That's where we're up to. Audience, you need to get these votes in as quick as you can if you're going to vote. So, is that a vote? Is that 3 for Offspring? How many? Did anyone else have 3? No. So, Offspring, that is the most against you, which means it doesn't make a difference. Banana Rousey, you have the most votes against you. We suspect you, and you will now be put to an execution. Could I ask for someone to volunteer to carry out this execution, please? So I need a volunteer, otherwise, okay, Offspring, I saw you. Put up your hand. So Offspring, I'm going to spotlight you, and Blueberry, not Blueberry, Banana.
Hey, don't me!
Sorry. Right, I will jump into this. Sorry, you were on the screen when I was choosing. Right, okay, I will jump in here as well. Just to explain what will happen here for our audience and for you guys. Offspring, as you are taking on the burden of carrying out an execution, you will have the opportunity to get some bonus protection cash. I will roll this dice, and I will ask you to call out odds or evens. If you guess correctly, then whatever number it lands on will be however many thousands of dollars bonus protection cash you get. So, with that, odds or evens? Offspring. Odds. It is odd. It is a 3, so you get 3,000 bonus cash. So with that, Banana Rousey, there will now be 30 seconds on the clock, during which your options are to try either to talk Offspring down and get it so that she chooses not to execute you. Alternatively, you can spend your protection cash, depending how much you've got available, to protect yourself, or you can choose to grab one of the two available Tommy guns, in which you will have a 1 in 8 chance of turning the gun back on your would-be killer. So with this, 30 seconds on the clock, and here you go.
Oh, please don't kill me. I
Well,
didn't kill
your
anyone.
job on the earth was to just be a banana. Your job was just to be a banana. Why did you kill people?
Why did I kill
Didn't you
people?
choke?
I'm good for your bowels.
Didn't you choke? Didn't you choke Dr. Fraser?
10 seconds left.
No, I did not choke
I
Dr.
think
Fraser
you
Crane.
need to die.
I'm a huge fan of his family.
Okay, that is 30 seconds. 30 seconds is up, so you will carry out the execution. And with that, Banana Rousey, you are dead. So, we will now come back to everyone, where we must ask this important question. So, Banana Rousey, from beyond the grave, please, could you confirm, were you the killer?
Yes, I was.
Yes, he was! Well done, everyone. Well
Wow.
done. You caught the killer on the first
Banana
day.
was correct.
And
Wow!
incredibly, Banana Rousey didn't do anything to try to protect himself. It's an interesting strategy for this game.
Just like that, just like the gag, he's dead.
Yeah. Banana Rousey, do you have anything to say on this?
I always preferred Niles.
Okay, so with this, well done, everyone. You have survived, only losing one of you. And we will now, because we still have, we're only a few minutes into the show, even though we started a few minutes late, we will skip forward 100 years. And this, what we have just witnessed, is now something of legend. That's, yes, there was the Mafia within our community, and yes, there was a serial killer, but triumphantly, after, well, there wasn't a serial killer, there was a murder, but before they could become a serial killer, they were killed off themselves. So we are now with the great-grandchildren of that generation of heroes and that generation of killer, I should add in there. And we have a new generation of people. So just to tell you the rules of what happens here in the game, everyone is now alive again. The killer will be chosen again at random, and so there is a reset there. The thing that doesn't reset, however, is the money. So any money left to you by your great-great-grandparents will carry over. So if you spent money before, if you stole money, if you did or didn't have money, that is still the same as it was a minute ago. So with this, there will be 1 minute on the clock, during which I will let someone new, or it could be Banana Rousey again, but it will be decided by a roll of this dice. So there will be someone with a reset of the killer, and 1 minute on the clock. Get to know each other, guys, if you've got new names or whatever.
So, this is the future. It's a bit of a dump.
So,
Yes,
excited
not
about that.
many has changed.
No,
Yes.
yeah. It feels like time passed in a few seconds.
And
Yes.
somehow Kelsey Grammer is still alive, and so am I.
And making
Yes.
another reboot, getting more money. That rich
Yes.
prick.
Yes.
Yeah.
I took on more roles using the internet now. It's been amazing. That's all we have. So
How old are you now?
no, well, yes, no, I'm the granddaughter of Angelica, but she named me after her. I've just done more successfully than my grandmother, who I believe was accused of murder by some people in this town, some of your grandparents, indeed, and she was right all along. Just
Okay,
saying.
so what I can say at this stage is I have let the person know, based on a roll of the dice, that they are the killer. Was everyone paying attention? Audience, did you see the glimmer in someone's eye? Can you tell who the killer is? So with this, they will now go straight into the night phase. where I will remind everyone, beginning now, you have 1 minute to let me know your intentions during this night. So you can either steal from someone, protect yourself, or do nothing if you are not the killer. If you are the killer, you can either steal from someone, or you must let me know who it is you wish to kill. If there's anything you guys would like to say, there's about 40 seconds left. I'll remind you that you must always keep at least one of your hands out of view of the camera, though.
So
my
anyone
scar
need-
shown?
I'm not scared of cats anymore.
Oh, so the therapy worked.
Oh, you don't have to sing anymore. That's quite upsetting. I was
Can you
enjoying
give
you
us some
like
more songs?
my great granny's voice, eh?
Could you,
Yeah.
Us crows are blessed with great voices, you know.
like penguins?
Yeah.
You know, it's lucky I don't have cats anyway. I don't have any
Okay,
pets
that
now.
is time. That is time. So there's a couple of important things I need to do. And with the roll of the dice, that's unfortunate for someone. And let me just see, there is another roll of the dice I must now do. And with the roll of the dice, let's see. That's unfortunate for that person as well. So unfortunately, I can say we have a thief among us.
It's no good.
Chips,
What?
I am sad to say that your Dr. Fraser Crane is a thief.
I always knew it. Stealing my money from therapy to begin with.
Yes. Dr. Fraser Crane, do you have anything to say for the fact that you were caught as a thief?
Well, my grandfather, no, well, not the grandfather, me actually, sorry. He didn't pay me.
Okay, fair enough. So for the remainder of this day, you will suffer a humiliation, which means that for the remainder of this day, every time you communicate, you must communicate in single-syllable words only. If you attempt to break this humiliation early, you will be silenced, and there may be further punishments from there. So with this, I have some more bad news to share.
Uh-oh.
Martil Blueberry.
Yeah?
Unfortunately, it would seem that
Yeah.
you do not have the detective skills of your great-great-grandfather, because under your watch, I'm afraid that an actress died.
What?
Angelica, you are dead. But, Angelica, from beyond the grave, because I've got my psychic ability, do you have a suspicion of who it was that you think tried to kill you? Or did kill you?
Well,
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I did accuse somebody's grandparents of killing, and I was right that time. Maybe the family trait is revenge as well as killing.
Okay. So with this, there will now be a 2 minutes, 30-second period of open discussion. Audience, if you have any questions, continue to ask it, and we will put it to the suspects after this. But for now, they are going to have an open discussion. Figure it out. Who do you think killed Angelica? There is a killer amongst you. It's up to you to work out who it is. Begin.
Fish?
Yeah,
Fish.
yeah.
Catch
I
yourself
would
or
say,
wait for people to get chips?
What?
yeah.
Inspector, you do have a murderer to catch. I need to remind you of that.
Yes, I'm on the case already. But I don't have the resources that that I used to have.
Well, it's 100 years in the future now. You should have more resources.
I'm a puppet. Our finances, they go elsewhere. They go to a deposit box. So
Do you
Are you
have
trying
enough
to
money for
say you're a
therapy?
puppet of the government?
what?
Are you trying to say you're a puppet of the killer?
Puppet of a
You
killer?
work for the government, Matil.
Yes,
Oh,
I
you're a puppet
am.
What about you, Banana? I didn't see you ripen this season. Why?
I'm falling apart. Is my scar showing?
Oh,
Angelica, did you leave any money for your former doctor in your inheritance?
I'm sorry, no. I didn't leave you any money. I left it all to...
the cat.
Blueberry.
The crow. The crow.
No,
Listen,
no.
Listen to what your heart says.
The crow.
Mitty.
No, my spring day, my darling spring. That's all I'm going to say.
It's all your money. What?
That's beautiful, that is.
You know you can't claim the money if you actually killed her. You can't inherit the money. Hope you know that, Spring.
I would like to point out to the Don that I have broken my single-syllable rule. Therefore,
I missed that. So, with that, we are going to have you silenced. So, with that, Dr. Fraser Crane, you are silenced. If you attempt to break this rule, then you will have a punishment. So, thank you for that honesty. But with that, we will come back to you guys. We have some questions from the audience, and we will put these to you now as we continue to figure out who we think the killer is. Let's see. Who's next, Dr. Crane? Asks Hugh Janus on YouTube. Is there anything you can say with the facts? Okay, you're pointing to an empty space. But with this, let me see what else we've got. Chips.
Yes.
What do you do when you are down?
When I'm down, I just soak my drink.
Yeah.
I drink some more.
Okay, well, when the chips are down is what I think they were
Chips
going
are down,
for.
you drink.
Yep. Okay, and let's see what else we've got. Banana Rousey. Why didn't you protect yourself? This may be a question about your great-great-grandfather. It may have been asked a few minutes ago. Why didn't they protect themselves?
They were a fucking banana.
Okay. And
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. With this, there will be one final interaction before we put things to another vote. So with a roll of the dice, I can see that it is between... hang on, we don't have a number 8. We don't have a number 8. It is between number 2, the Black Crow the second, and it is between Chips. The Black Crow the second and Chips. So Spotlight the Crow, Spotlight Chips. You will have 1 minute of interaction. This is the last chance to work out who you think the killer is before we go to the vote. Begin.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know. It's very interesting that Easter Springs is inheriting the money. I mean, if she knew that, she's got all the motive.
Yeah. I don't even understand it myself. Like, maybe it's just because I'm a crow and I'm from the animal world, but surely investing money in something you don't understand is a bit strange.
That is very strange. I agree with you. You're giving yourself not enough credit for your brains there, Crow.
Why, thank you very much. I fell out of a tree when I was younger and I believe it did something to my brain cells.
My brain cells are shot. I drink too much. I'm often sad.
Do you have a chip on your shoulder?
I got many chips on my shoulder. And a lot. Everybody upsets me. I'm never given enough credit for what I do.
If I upset you?
I don't know. What do you think about that Inspector Blue thingy?
I don't understand why he's blue.
Maybe he's sad.
Okay, that is the end of this interaction. What did you learn in that? Was everyone else paying attention? The clues, as they say, may have been there. So, with this, we will now go round. Audience, it is now voting time. Vote now and save us. Who do you think the killer is? If it's Banana Rousey, Chips O'Reilly, Dr. Fraser Crane, the Black Crow, Myrtle, Blueberry, or Esther Springs. With this, put your votes into the comments and we will go round. Chips, who do you think it is, please?
I'm going to stick with Esther Springs. Just seems guilty to me today.
Okay, so you're sticking with her. Remember, that was her grandmother before. Banana Rousey.
Grandmother was offspring.
Banana?
Like the one before me, I will go with the Black Crow.
Okay, that is a vote for the Black Crow. Dr. Fraser Crane, who do you vote for, please? That is a vote for number 3, which is Myrtle Blueberry. Angelica, you are dead, so you cannot vote unless there is a tie-break situation. The Black Crow, who do you vote for, please?
I'd like to vote for the banana.
Okay, that is a vote for the banana. Esther Springs, what do you say?
Well, I strongly feel it's Dr. Fraser Crane, so I'm going to vote for him.
Okay, that's Dr. Crane. And Myrtle, what do you say?
Well, I like Chips. You know, me and him, we have a good connection. So I'm following his instinct and going with Esther.
Okay, so with this, you guys have all voted, and we will see what the audience have said. So let's go through the votes. Scroll up. Votes are still coming in. Audience, there might be a time delay, but try to get your votes in quick. And here we go. We've got votes for Dr. Crane, Banana, Esther, Blueberry, Esther, Crow, Chips, Dr. Crane. How many did we get there? I wasn't counting. 2, 2, 1. So, Angelica, it is a tie between Dr. Fraser Crane and Esther in regards to the audience. You will settle this dispute between these two, and then we will see who gets the most votes overall.
Well, so I need to vote for one of these two people that I knew so well, and one of these people I think killed me.
Yes.
But it couldn't possibly be Esther. I left her all my money. Unfortunately, it must be that charlatan, Fraser Crane.
Okay, this is an interesting development because obviously this was just to settle the tie between the audience votes. We are now in a situation where, including the audience votes, Dr. Crane has 2 and Esther has 2. So the exact same scenario comes up. Angelica, do you still, with the input of everyone else here, think that it is Dr. Crane, or do you wish to vote for Esther? This person will go to an execution this time.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I mean, I'm already dead anyway, so I think it's so difficult. I think I will stick with my original decision. Yes, Dr. Fraser, I'm sorry, but the advice you gave me didn't help, did it? So maybe it was the wrong.
Okay, so Dr. Crane, you are being put to execution. Can I ask someone to volunteer to carry out the execution, please, and take on this burden? Who would like to do this? Myrtle, I saw your hand come up first. So let's spotlight you. And here we see Myrtle. And here we are going to add in Dr. Crane. Now, Myrtle, I'm going to roll a dice, and you will have to call out odds or evens. If you guess correctly, then you will get bonus protection cash based on whichever number it lands on. So, odds or evens?
Evens.
And it is odds, I'm afraid. It's number 1, so it would have been a low scorer anyway. But with this, Dr. Crane, there will be 30 seconds on the clock. You have 3 choices. You can either convince and talk down Myrtle not to kill you, or you can spend protection money to try to save your own life, or you can grab a Tommy gun. The choices are yours, and 30 seconds on the clock begin.
I would like to point out that I stole, and therefore I cannot kill.
Oh, you have broken your silence. So,
yeah, but I'm already in death row anyway.
Okay, well, there's a situation going to happen here. Right, continue.
Oh dear.
So will you save me?
I wanted to, but then you started talking. So, probably.
So, okay, I protect myself.
Okay, how much would you like to spend to protect yourself?
All that I have.
Okay, so let me just check. Okay, so you can spend $10,000 to protect yourself. So with that...
Too much. Too much.
No, you've already said it now.
You've already said it.
6.
It's minus
Already
10.
said it
6.
No, it's too bad. You said you wanted all. So, with that, let's come back. Dr. Crane, you have protected yourself. However, you broke your silence, so you will now be put to an execution. Can I ask for a volunteer to execute Dr. Crane, please? Who would like to take on this burden? Oh, Esther, you want it this time. So with this, the rules are the rules, guys. We have these laws to protect ourselves. So with this, Dr. Crane, you will be put to an execution. Now, Esther, first I will ask you, odds or evens?
Evens.
Okay. And it is odd. And once again, it landed on 1. This is not a lucky night for the roll. But with this, Dr. Crane, you will have 30 seconds in which you can either try to talk down...
You already done this.
Sorry?
You already did this.
That was for a different execution. Right. You can either try to talk down Esther, you can spend protection money if you have any available, or you can grab a Tommy gun. With this, 30 seconds on the clock, begin.
I would like to point out the justice system in this country is terrible. And I would like to use the remaining cash, because I don't think Springs like to spare winter.
Okay.
You don't have any cash.
He does actually. He does. He has $1,000.
My actress paid me well.
So you have $1,000. So with this, if I roll the 1, you are protected, and it has landed on 1.
Can I grab a gun then?
What? You want to grab a gun instead of?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I will now ask you to call a number from 1 to 8. If you guess correctly, then you will turn a Tommy gun back on to Esther. So, can I ask you to name a number from 1 to 8, please?
4.
Oops, it bounced back. It is an 8. So, Esther, continue the execution, please.
What is that?
Okay.
Doesn't work on me.
And with that, Dr. Fraser Crane, you are dead. Can I now ask you, from beyond the grave, were you the hitman?
I'm not going to answer that.
You must.
I can't.
Well, he wasn't. Okay, so with that, Dr. Fraser Crane is dead. So goodbye, Dr. Fraser Crane. You will be sorely missed amongst the living. But now, it means that we still definitely have a killer amongst us. So everyone, we're going to start the timer again. 1 minute on the clock. Let me know your intentions for this night phase. So if you are the killer, let me know who you would like to kill. And...
Who is still laughing?
hang on, there is something I need to attend to here. I would like to point out that I was caught stealing while the actress was killed. So?
Yeah, that was me. It's past.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know what that would have done for you anyway.
No, I was just commenting to everyone. It just went to you.
Oh, it was for everyone. Yeah, well, do you know what? Actually, you bring up a very good point. So the actress was killed. Dr. Fraser Crane was caught stealing. So in theory, he couldn't have been the killer. So, what does this say? What does it say? Yeah?
Well, I would like to point out that indeed that was a problem. This justice system in this country was the problem. Especially written down by Mr.
Wow.
Don Enough.
It's well, do you know what? If only you could have articulated that point out loud, it may have saved your life. But with this, 1 minute has passed, and let's have a look what else we've got going on here. And we need to roll a dice one more time based on what someone's actions is. And with this, I can say we have a thief among us. Yes, my thoughts exactly. I don't know why you're laughing, Myrtil. You're a thief.
I know!
So, Myrtil, you are a thief, and for the remainder of this day, you will be humiliated. So that must mean that for the remainder of this day, everything you say has to be a question. Do you understand?
What's a question?
Okay, good. So, with this, I can also reveal that we have had a murder. Chips. I'm afraid to say Dr. Fraser Crane is dead and was not able to advise you to protect yourself, and you are dead. So, Chips,
On top.
from beyond the
I'll check
grave,
mine.
do you have a suspicion of who it was that may have tried to kill you?
I think it's Ista. I accused her earlier, and now I'm dead. Who else could it be?
Okay, well, that's the thought. Right, so with this, we will now go round. Everyone will get the opportunity to ask one other person one question. Starting with Esther this time. Who is your question for?
Well, my question is for Banana Rose. So, Banana,
Yes.
we know that Myrtle got cursed, so he's not the killer. So it's between you and Crow. What makes you not the killer this time? Like your grandparents.
I'm not the killer this time because I'm just not the killer.
Compelling
Wonderful
argument. Right. Myrtle, do you have a question for someone?
Is spring actually a bad season?
Yes.
Okay, so Esther, do you have a response to that?
Oh no, it's the most beautiful season and it starts with Easter. That's why you have eggs with funny faces all around like you have on Banana's face. Duh. It's the best season.
Okay, okay. Angelica, from Beyond the Grave, do you have a question for someone?
Oh, Myrtle. I'd like to ask you, why were you in the grounds of my home on the night that I sadly passed away?
A puppet's got to eat, hasn't he?
I'm just about to allow that as a question. Right, so with this, audience, I don't normally allow tag on questions, but I'll allow it this time. Right, so with this, audience, you have some questions, but continue to ask us some questions. So, Banana, are you still edible? Asks Wade.
Do I look edible? Ah!
Okay, okay. John asks, Crow, why are you grumpy?
Not grumpy, I'm just Scottish.
Oh dear. Right, okay, okay. Black Crow, also for you. Is it common knowledge that a group of crows is called a murder? Are you a member?
Oh, so a murder, yeah, it is a group of birds, but it's not a group of crows. A group of crows is actually called a cabinet.
Oh, okay, okay.
Zoology, bitch!
Wow, okay. Dr. Crane, as his silence speaks volumes, do you have a response to that from when you were silenced, I guess? No. Okay, so with this, we'll continue the question. Dr. Fraser Crane, do you have a question for someone?
I would like to point out that my silence did have meaningful thoughts behind it, and the audience would have understood it. My question is for the banana.
Yes?
I would like to give the banana a chance to present another argument explaining to us why he is not the killer. Go.
You can suck my tiny yellow testicles.
Whoa, okay, Chips, do you have a question for someone, please?
So I'd like to ask Esther, what makes you angry?
Well, winter makes me so angry. The weather is so chilly and there are no plants around. There is snow everywhere. That's the winter just makes me angry.
Okay, and Banana Rousey, who is your question for?
My question is for, can I ask anyone? Even the dead?
Yeah?
Dr. Fraser Crane,
I'm losing it.
In your expert opinion, why are my voices and accents all over the place?
Well, I think you have an identity crisis, my friend.
Ah, that makes sense. Ah,
And
Okay,
also,
so with this,
gruesome injury.
there will be one final interaction and then we will put things to the vote. So with a roll of the dice, I can see that it's going to be between the ghost of Angelica and it is going to be between Esther. So Angelica and Esther, you'll have one final interaction before we put things to the vote. So Angelica and Esther, you have... Why am I spotlighting myself? Right, okay, I don't know what's wrong with me. Esther and Angelica, and 1 minute, figure out who the killer is. Begin.
Angelica, thank you so much for leaving me your money, even though I did steal from you. Thank you.
Yes. Look, a lot of people are talking about the fact that they think you did it. There's a lot of bad feeling in the town. What are you going to do about it? Who do you think did it?
I think it's one of the bees because Myrtle clearly was a thief, and between the four of us, it's one of the bees, either the banana or the black crow. So,
But the banana had a motive, perhaps. The black crow's been very quiet. What about the blueberry? He was at my house.
no, I feel Blueberry is innocent because he's been given a curse because he was stealing, and still there was a murder during the same night. So, my money is on banana or black crow, but it's difficult, you know.
Okay, that is the end of this period of interaction. So, audience, once again, it is now voting time. Who do you think is the killer? Put your votes into the comment section. It can now only be either Banana Rousey II, Black Crow II, Esther Springs, or Myrtle Blueberry. Put your votes into the comments, and let's go round everyone. So, Banana, who do you vote for, please?
the Black Crow.
That's a vote for the Black Crow. Chips, who do you vote for, please?
I'm still voting for Esther Springs.
Okay, determined here. The Black Crow, who do you... Oh, hang on, Chips, you're dead.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't get to vote. Right,
Oh,
unless there's a tie break, I'm sorry.
Screw this.
Right, Black Crow, who do you get to vote?
I vote for. I don't even know. He's left Vicky now. I've got puppet eyes. I can't see. Who's left? Dog?
Okay, so you can either vote for Banana Rousey, Black Crow, Esther Springs, or Myrtle.
Oh, banana.
Okay, let's vote for Banana.
Banana.
Okay, who do you vote for, Myrtle?
Can I vote for Spring?
You can indeed. So there's a vote for Spring, and Spring, who do you vote for?
You're a very bad boy, Myrtle. I would like to go for banana again this time.
Okay, let's go over to the votes. Votes are still coming in. So at this stage, audience, just because they're still popping up, I will remind you that please to smash that subscribe button on youtube.com/XstreameImprov. And along with Revenge of the Mafia, we have tons and tons of shows every week. About 8 or 9 different shows at the moment. With Extreme Improv Extreme, the Slam Jam Wrestling Show, Revenge of the Mafia, the Geek Battle Show, and the Jesters Jam, which I haven't come up with a hand signal for yet. So, with this, let's see what we've got. And we just had the Wham Bam Poetry Slam, which might be about writing. Who knows? So, let's say that's the end of voting, and let's see what we've got. Okay, Aaron says, what did I miss? My internet went down. Fantastic. Is Capelthev dead? Yes, yes he is. But we've now got votes for Crow. The Black Crow, as my question touched a nerve, says Hugh. Crow, making it 3. Esther Springs, Springs, and Crow again. So with that, I will say that we are going to interpret that as a vote for the Black Crow. which means that we have a tie. It is either Banana Rousey II or the Black Crow, and it means the dead will now get to vote. So, Chips, who do you think it is?
Esther Springs.
Okay, it has to be... I know, sorry. You have to settle the tie between the Black Crow and Banana.
Oh, my bad. Wasn't paying attention. The Black Crow. Those puppet eyes don't fool me a second.
Okay, who do you think, Angelica?
I'm becoming more suspicious of that crow. I think I'm going to go with the crow. Yes.
Okay, and who do you say, Dr. Fraser Crane?
The dead has the right to vote. Who am I voting against?
Okay, it's you either think it's the Black Crow or Banana.
I'm willing to murder a crow for now because I want to hear how it screams while it's dying.
So that's for the crow. So with that, the Black Crow, you are to be put to execution. Can I have a volunteer? Is that Banana Rousey volunteering? Was that a...
Yes.
Okay, so Banana Rousey, I will bring you onto the screen. And Black Crow, I will put you onto the screen. So with this, let's add you in here. I will join you guys. So, first of all, Banana Rousey, you'll get an opportunity to get some bonus protection.
I have fallen over.
Fallen over. Okay, I will roll this dice. Please tell me odds or evens. If you guess correct, whatever number it lands on will dictate how many thousands of bonus cash you get.
Evens.
Sorry?
Evens.
Okay, and it is evens, and it is a number 2. Very low scoring tonight, though, so you get 2,000 bonus dollars. Black Crow, there will now be 30 seconds on the clock. During this time, you will have 3 options. You can either try to talk down Banana Rousey to try to convince him not to kill you. You can spend your protection cash, depending what you have available, or you can choose to grab the 1 remaining Tommy gun. Either way, there are 30 seconds on the clock, and here you go.
First of all, I'd like to say, as you may know, it's very hard being a puppet. So to type anything is fucking annoying. Also, I'd like to point out that I've been stealing money and I'm quite open about it. So I can't be doing both death and stealing, can I?
Well, that
10 seconds left.
I'd like to save myself because this banana doesn't want to split heads.
Okay, how would you like to save yourself?
I don't even know. 10,000.
You don't have 10,000 available.
Oh, 5.
Okay, you do have 5,000 available, so I will roll the dice.
Oh, God.
And let's see. If I roll a 1 through 5, you are protected.
I'm scared.
Oh, I've lost the dice. Wait. Sorry. Roll again, and... It is a 2. You are protected, so no one dies now. With this, we still definitely have a killer amongst us. And we will once again go straight into the night phase. Would the killer let me know what they wish to do? Would anyone else still alive let me know what they wish to do? And would the dead, if they want to continue to do anything, let me know what they wish to do? Because, of course, the dead can still try to steal. And if they are able to get up to $25,000, then they may be able to resurrect themselves, as we saw last week. So, this may have been something I forgot to explain to some people.
That's true, but okay.
Okay. I will also remind people, if they wish to do anything money-wise, they can only do it in thousands, units of thousands. You can't do something about $500. That's not going to happen. Right. Okay, let's see what we've got. So let's see. We've got 2 more seconds on the clock. And with this, that is time. Now I've got some news to share. And with this, we will roll a dice. And I can say, unfortunately, probably based on recent news. I don't even need to roll this dice. Chips O'Reilly, you have tried to steal from beyond the grave, far beyond the limit of $10,000.
Oh, my fault again.
You can do it up to 10. You can steal from 1 to 10. And
Tell me twice.
you are a thief. So that means that throughout the remainder of this day, you will suffer a humiliation. And it means that every time you speak, you must include a pun. Every time you speak, you must include a pun. Okay? Do you understand?
I believe I do understand, because I got my shoes, but I'm not the sole owner of them.
Okay, very good. So, with this, I have some other news to share, and I've forgotten what the news is, so I just need to look it up again. Unfortunately, I think I can smell some rotten fruit. Banana Rousey, you are dead. Banana Rousey, you are dead. Do you have any suspicion of who it was that tried to kill you?
Ah! I can't see.
Okay. So with this,
How about yourself, man?
audience, ask questions to any of the suspects and we will put it to them throughout this. But there will now be 2 minutes of open discussion on the clock. And here you go.
Crow, you and I know it was. Puppets together, Crow. I think it was Esther.
I was on death row. The crow was on death row, and it was shit and terrifying. I don't even want to be like that again. I can't even help it if I'm not a good-looking crow.
No, I can't help it if I'm not a good-looking puppet.
Also,
The murder?
I just basically explained that I've been stealing money, so that's the limit of the other hand,
Yeah,
basically.
me too. Yeah, so it's obviously Esther. Because
Well, Myrtle, if you don't support me, then I'm gonna disclose your childhood picture to
Well, I
the
thought she was
people.
going to say she was going to kill you.
No, don't do that.
Yes, you gotta support me in this one. This is blackmail.
If she can expose a picture, she could also probably kill you. Just saying.
That's the fair
Unless she
point,
kills
yeah.
me first. Please
Yeah.
don't kill me. I'm so young.
It's okay.
It is
It's
Black
okay.
Crow, Myrtle. You got a hint from my previous statement.
Are you doing this? Are you doing this all to
Well,
me?
the Black Crow said that they've been stealing online, but all they had was just 5,000 to save themselves.
Yeah, but also you got to remember that other
How?
people steal money.
If
Yeah,
they
fair point.
can only have such low amount if
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
have been killing people around and not stealing.
No. What
Yes.
happens also, you take money from
This
other
is
people.
blackmail.
Please
You
put
take
that
money
down.
from other people, and then they take money from you. That's what happens. So I've been taking money from people. Clearly, they've been taking money from me.
Yeah.
Well,
I would like to point out that
Possible.
childhood traumas can be very painful.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
I always liked him.
How do I
It's all
look?
right.
Where did that sound come from?
How do I look?
Esther, if you are the killer, I'm going to shit on your car.
Well, I don't drive. I
shit on your
fly.
house.
Crow, I would like to point out that
Just like
that's
you.
not the way how we solve our issues. Remember our training.
I'd like to apologise to Esther. I will not be pooing on anyone. I'll leave you a very long and strong-worded letter outside of your house.
That's all right. Anyways, I can barely hear you. With my completely decent weather.
But
all
yeah, I'm still voting for you, Esther, because puppets together.
Well, you're gonna make the biggest mistake of your life.
I
You are
understand.
going.
I understand Black Crow's struggles, as you know, as you well know. I understand her struggles. So, therefore, I stand with my brethren. I stand with my friends.
So
Well, the
now,
world
basically,
needs to see you.
if Esther survives the next vote and either one of us two dies, we know who it is.
Yeah, of course. Well, they can't vote. for me
Okay,
because
that
I
is the end
stole.
of this period of open discussion. So, not very many people got involved in that discussion. It's very welcome for the dead to try to help avenge them. Did you not know this?
I did not know. You've told me 0 rules. Thanks for nothing.
Okay, well, we're only on episode 30. This is only episode 30. Don't worry, guys. It might even be 32.
I keep complaining that the
But
justice system
with
in
this,
town is-
the dead can always interact. You know, I forgot to mention that you can try to
My
fight your
face
way
just
back
fell off.
to existence. However, the dead can always still contribute.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've just been eating grapes. I'm sorry that I'm doing a little wine.
Okay, in which case, I'm going to make a judgment call here. So, first of all, Angelica, would you like to ask? I will allow the dead to ask one question, as they haven't been asking questions. Angelica, do you have a question for someone?
Black Crow, why are you ganging up with the detective? Is it a way of trying to get in with somebody who looks responsible when you are indeed the culprit?
No, I don't have many friends, basically. Also, my teal knows the difficulty of being a fucking puppet on this show and only having to use, well, your other hand, and you're right-handed,
Yeah.
aren't you? You myth. You didn't think this through, did you, you stupid cow?
Well, you made your bed and you need to fly in it.
Okay,
I can't
Chips.
fly, I've got a gimpy wing.
Chips, do you have a question for someone?
Yes, Black Crow. I know that sometimes you talk to angels on the guitar, but do you only do that when you have strings attached? Or does that come with strings attached when you do that?
Okay, that's a response. Dr. Fraser Crane, you should have known better, but do you have a question?
I did interact, but I'll
Okay.
go ahead and ask. Angelica, how much money do you have?
Me? Well, that's a rather personal question, and my money's all been passed on now, of course, because I'm dead.
Did you steal during the other time? The dead can steal.
Well, I wouldn't divulge that to you, and I don't think it would be of any use to anybody anyway.
Yeah.
I think you're trying to get inside my mind, Dr. Crane, and I would suggest that you don't. You don't
No,
want
I'm
to
trying
get
to get
inside my
inside.
mind.
No, I'm trying to get inside your piggy bank so I can.
Okay,
come back
so
to
just,
life.
I can clarify something here, just because I've seen that someone else has tried to clarify this as well. You cannot ask me how much money you've got. You will know how much money you've got based on, in the real world, you should know how much money you've earned, how much money you've saved. If someone steals it from you, you wouldn't find out until you come to withdraw the money and it isn't there. So that's what would happen here as well. With this, let's go over to the comments. Asad Khan says, Don enough. Nice t-shirt. Thank you. Oh, hang on. What's this? Aaron says, Esther is right. It has to be Crow. Esther is right. It has to be Crow. And then they say, after Assad spoke, Crow hadn't got money if she stole. I can't quite understand that sentence. Crow
I
hadn't...
understand that. It's basically saying that I didn't have enough to save myself. I wanted 10,000, but I did explain that as you steal money, other people steal money from you. So what comes in goes out. It's like getting a minimum wage.
Okay.
Quack.
Okay,
Just
good
quack.
response. Good response there, Crow. Okay, Assad says to Springs. It's not written in English. Okay, jute ball con cart. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
It says, hang on one second.
Spaghetti hoops.
Can you
Who
type it
cut
out?
the lie? Who cut the lie? Do you know, Esther? That may not be a good translation, but it's certainly a translation. Who cuts the lie?
Well, I think Angelica did.
Oh, okay, interesting. And with this, so Crow, being a profound egg thief, have you now moved on to stealing lives? Asks Hugh Janus.
Have you seen me? I'm a crow. There's no way I can kill people. Don't you have
Okay.
hands?
With this, we will now put things... Well, we'll have one final interaction, then we'll go to the vote. So, roll the dice, and it's going to be between number 4, Chips, and it is going to be, we don't have a number 8. So rolling it again, and it is going to be between number 1. So the dead can settle this. They can figure it out as they try to work out who it was that killed them. So Chips and Angelica. One final chance to interact for everyone to learn who you think the killer is. Begin.
Who do you think did it, Chips? I'm so confused.
I'm a bit of a Dumbo. I'm completely irrelevant. Not sure. Esther, though, because she's with the Springs, and you know, February can't march, but April may.
Yes. What about Blueberry? I mean, he's been rather quiet and he's allowed Black Crow and Esther to argue, and he's just sat there and watched it all play out. He was the one that convinced her, the Black Crow, to sort of, join the puppets.
That's
getting
true.
back up.
The way they're both attacking Banana, I think they're vegetarians. But if you ask me, that's a mistake.
Yes. Well, crows will go for anything. That's true. Yes. I don't know. I mean, I trusted Esther, but maybe I'm misguided. Maybe I was just naive. Fraser Crane did tell me that I was naive. A lot of the time.
And
that's why I was doing all those bad films.
Okay, that is the end of this period of interaction, and it is now once again voting time. Audience, please vote now and save us. Who do you think the killer is? Do you think that, who is even still alive? Myrtle. Do you think it is Black Crow, or do you think it is Esther Springs? Everyone else is dead. So we'll go round, and who do you think it is, Black Crow?
I think it's Esther for trying to point out and make me look worse than any crow has ever looked before. And you know what? I'm flightless. You should be ashamed.
Okay. Esther, who do you think it is?
Well, first of all, I already spilled the beans with the pocket being empty with the crow, and Crow just tried to pull out a stunt of being innocent in front of everyone. You guys must have seen that. So I would go for the Crow. It's definitely Crow.
Okay, that is
Crow
a vote.
didn't establish the crows of improv. Hashtag Asad Khan.
Establish the crows of improv. That sounds really deep. Right.
This is the last time I'll ever be on this show.
No!
Okay, Myrtle, who do you think it is, please?
Oh, well, going with my good friend Black Crow, it's going to have to be Esther.
Okay, so with that is a vote
Blackmailing me.
for Esther, and we will now go to the audience. Let's see who we've got. Assad, if that's a vote, if that's written in another language, I don't understand it. But do you want to clarify that, Assad? Right, but let's go and see what we've got. We've got votes.
Mr. Don.
That says, I think Crow is the murderer.
Okay, thank you for
Mr.
that.
Don.
Right, so let's go to the votes, and we have votes for...
Mr. Don.
We have votes for Black Crow, Springs, Crow did it. Assad says, I think the Crow, I assume that means, is the murderer. Springs and Springs. So with that, Crow, you have got 2 votes against you. And Springs, you have 2 votes against you, so the audience will decide. So we'll go around, not the audience, the dead will decide. Angelica, who do you think it is between either the Black Crow or Esther Springs?
I'd like you all to do this with puppets.
Yes, well, I admire this puppet. I really do. But, put yourself in a difficult situation. And if you commit murder, then you should be tried for it. So I'm going to vote for Crow.
Okay. Who do you think it is, Banana Rotten Rousey II?
I am literally dripping on my laptop. I think it's the Crow lady.
Okay. Who do you think it is, Chips?
All this new evidence against the Crow. I think it's just like waking up in the morning. It's an eye-opening experience.
Okay, so that's for the Crow. And Dr. Fraser Crane, who do you say?
I would like to ask, what is the new evidence against the Crow?
You cannot ask.
Can anybody give me a head nod?
What? Dr. Crane, who is your vote for?
All right. Using my deep psychological analysis, even though the crow tries to, prove its innocence by unsavory methods, that is plainly a lie. You're not a good actor, Crow. You shouldn't do that. But even still, Esther has been playing this game very, very brilliantly. In fact, that is a mind of a serial killer.
Who's your vote for?
It's a vote for Esther.
Okay. Right. Oh my goodness. With that, looking down, there is still more votes for the Black Crow. So between Esther and Myrtil, who would like to execute? Okay. Myrtil, your hand came up first. So Myrtil, you'll have 30. Okay, and oh goodness, keeps replacing. So here you are, and first you'll have the opportunity to get some bonus protection cash. Myrtil, could I please now ask you odds or evens?
Evens again.
It is. It's number one. There is something up with this dice tonight. So
it's loaded.
It may be. I don't know. Maybe I've bought a dud dice. Okay, so Black Crow, you'll have 30 seconds. You know the rules by now. Begin.
Go on, Crow.
I'm so sad. Literally, because you know what? You've been on my side, but Esther has been pushing for me because she knows it's her. No one seems to see that.
Crow, listen to me. Look me in the eyes and tell me you didn't steal.
I don't want to die.
All right, I'm going to spare her. I'm going to spare her.
Wow, okay. So you have spared her.
Wait, what? What's happened?
Spared.
Okay, you have been spared. So we will once again go to the night phase. So because 1 minute on the clock.
Oh, no.
Anyone let me know what your intentions are. If you are the killer, let me know if you wish to steal or if you wish to kill. If you are not the killer, you can either choose to do nothing, you can choose to steal, or you can choose to protect yourself. I will remind the dead that you can attempt to steal in the hopes to try and regain life. So with this, there is just over 30 seconds on the clock.
You're all right there, Crow?
No. I'm dead. Oh shit, on the other hand. Will you just fucking keep it up the screen, you twat?
It's not easy, is it?
No.
It really isn't, is it?
So, Myrtle, you do realize by saving Crow you are accepting that you are the killer.
How can I be the killer? I stole!
Or it's the case that
then why did you save the Crow?
Because I believe the Crow.
Esther,
and that is time.
That
is time, and we have some news to share.
Blackmailed him, Esther.
So with this, let's have a look here.
I will know.
I've gone off bananas as well. Right, with this, the news I have to share is, unfortunately, Esther, Black Crow, Myrtil.
Yep.
One of you is dead.
It's me, isn't it?
It is. Myrtil, you are dead.
I knew it!
Do you have a sense of who you think killed you?
Oh, yeah. I know exactly who it is. It is Esther.
Okay. So.
Thank you!
Crow! Be the only puppet that survived!
Okay, with this, there will now be 90 seconds.
The puppet is dead.
There will now be 90 seconds on the clock, and here, for open discussion, here you go.
Okay, let the Crow have a mo. Right. First of all, I said that I stealed. Second of all, if you don't have a puppet on the show, you should try it. Second difficult. Third of all, Esther, you basically blackmailed Myrtil with a photo of him when he was younger, and then you know, if you blackmail someone, you're gonna kill them. That's what happened when he spared me. You saw me. I'll kill him now because it makes.
If I was the killer, I would rather kill you because I've been apparently
you
targeting
want
you.
me to-
Okay, I'll
everybody
remind that the
voting
open
for me.
conversation is for anyone, living or dead. Figure
Okay,
out who the
dead,
killer
dead,
is,
dead.
I
guys.
would like to
Okay.
ask, did the blueberry protect himself during that night phase?
What?
Did you try to protect yourself, Blueberry?
I've been stealing all the way through. Oh, Blueberry. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, Blueberry, have you frozen or are you still there?
I'm dead. I'm in puppet hell.
Oh
Okay.
no.
I'm glad to hear that, but did you try to protect yourself during last night?
Sorry, he's choking down there. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I stole from you that night. Precisely.
You bastard!
No, which one of you killed me? And you're very delighted about it.
I'd never kill
Like
you,
the well.
Chips, because I was the one who was with you on the day that I knew it wasn't you.
Okay, that is the end of 90 seconds, and as we
God.
have reached this stage, where there is only 2 left, we will now come to Esther and the Black Crow, where you will have 1 minute interaction together. So Esther and Black Crow will both be spotlighted. You will have 1 minute where you can speak to each other or try to convince everyone else to believe that you are innocent. Begin.
Hang on 2 seconds. I've just turned myself off. Oh,
Well, I think that you need to come up with better excuses that you've been stealing money around, having a lot of money and not getting killed twice. That's not luck? I think
no,
you're
that is
playing
luck
some
because it's
game.
happened on past shows that other people have been able
And
to
still
save
people
themselves.
surprisingly still people who save you are getting killed. And the
Yeah,
people-
that's you. That's you, my darling. You're killing people off who have saved me to make it look like I'm doing it. But what you forget, Easter Springs, is that you manipulate someone and then you kill him, and then you leave the person who looks the most guilty alive so people will go and vote for them.
If I had to kill somebody, I would have killed you because
No, you wouldn't, 'cause
apparently
you
I
like
am
to make
targeting
me look.
you.
You like to make me look guilty. You've been having a go at me ever since the last time I was put up for death.
But you
You don't
lied.
like
You were
me,
not
do you?
having any money.
That is
You
time.
lied.
That is
You
time.
don't like me.
And with this,
You cannot lie.
everyone
Crow.
will now get the opportunity to vote. So we will go round everyone. There are only 2 left. Banana, Rotten, Rousey. Audience, in fact. It is... Oh, sorry. There may be something important from the audience I've missed. It is voting time. You can start to vote, audience. But just have a look what we've got here. And Assad says, I'm going to be that guy and say this. It's been 3 days straight. We are now milking the banana joke. well, yeah, maybe.
I'm literally banana juice at this point.
Hugh Janus says, I am going to make banoffee pie with no toffee. Assad says, hashtag ban bananas. Someone
Thank
called
you.
David Postanski wrote, truest thing I've heard all night, Assad. I don't know why they said that. Right, but what else do they get? Crow did it. Is that a vote? No, that wasn't the vote. That was before we got to the vote. So I won't read the votes. And with this, we will now vote. Banana, Rotten, Rousey. Who do you vote for, please?
I'll stick with the Crow.
Okay, Crow. Okay, Chips. Who do you vote for?
Well, my advice to you, Crow, is make sure your lawyer wears a good lawsuit when he goes to court to defend you.
Okay. Martil. Who do you think it is?
I will stick to my guns. Esther.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who do you think it is, Black Crow?
Esther, this is going to be a really unfortunate show.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Angelica, who do you think it is?
Oh, this is so difficult, but I think I'll stick with Crow, but I really hope that Esther has not let me down.
You have.
Okay. Dr. Fraser Crane, who do you think it is?
Well, the Crow is my client still, so I cannot actually reveal any psychological information that I know about the Crow. So I would ask Don for your help. I need you to roll the dice and tell me if it's odds or evens.
I will go along with this time. Right, so it is odds.
it is.
7 is an odd number.
Okay, so you're going, okay. Wow, how
What was it?
unfortunate. Great deduction skills there, Doctor. But Esther
Psychology
Springs.
fails, you can depend on the dice.
Esther
It'd be
Springs.
funny if there was 2 evens.
Okay, this is. I'm going to reveal what's happening here because it's building to be very interesting. You are both currently on 3 votes, and Esther is the only of the suspects remaining to vote. Esther, who do you vote for?
Well, the killer of spring and seeds. I vote for Black Crow.
So that would seem that the Crow has been voted for, but we must now go to the audience. And let's see what we have.
Do the right thing, people.
Okay, we have votes. Someone says
Yes,
justice
do
for
the right thing.
Esther already. But still,
Thank you.
we have votes for Crow. Crow. Someone's just put killer. That is not helpful to us. But it's not criticism. It's just, I'm just saying. Right.
Observation.
The Black Crow, as her unpreened feathers are stained with blood of her victims. Crow. Crow. Springs. Crow. Crow. Esther. Esther and Crow should merge and call themselves Escrow. Okay? Justice for
okay.
Esther, once again. But with that, Crow, you have got the most votes against you. Esther, you will carry out a public execution. So, 30 seconds on the clock. But first of all, of course, we have to follow the rules. Esther, odds or evens?
Odds.
It is odds, and again, it's a 3. Low scores all round tonight. So, 30 seconds on the clock. Begin.
I have a
The
surprise.
answer is
for
no.
you. I have a surprise for you.
You better kill yourself because
it's
I got a
nothing.
surprise for you.
The gun to you. This has never happened on a show before.
Is that a call to use a Tommy gun?
No, I've already used one. This is my own.
Okay, there is a Tommy gun available.
I'd like to use that one then.
Okay.
Well, I'm
So,
going to blow off
with
your
that-
gun.
With that, Black Crow, could you please give me a number between 1 and 8? Oh, hang on, wrong dice, wrong dice. 1 and 8.
Oh. 4.
It is a 7. Esther, carry out the execution.
I'm gonna kill you with the power of the nature.
Okay, and so with that, you blew her away. Well done. So, Black Crow,
I said.
could you now confirm from beyond the grave, were you the killer? And there you go! Well done, Esther Springs, you have survived.
Well
Puppets
done. Well
need to
played.
die.
Okay, so with this, audience, well done if you guessed correctly. I think there were more votes from the audience for the Crow at the end there. Put any final thoughts you've got into the comment section at the end as we begin to wrap up the show. But does anyone have anything they want to say about that result? A win for the good guys, but it came down to the final 2.
And finally, puppets have exposed who they are.
Yeah.
Will the banana rotten Rousey expose themselves?
And your mum?
Okay, and
You expose
Mathilde's here.
yourself.
Okay.
I wish my cat had got the original Crow, and then none of this would have happened.
Oh,
Yeah, she fooled me.
okay, okay. Look at that, Mathilde. You could have
My head,
saved.
but luckily it was a soft drink.
Yeah.
I'm going to put myself in the bin. Excuse me.
Right, so guys, what we will do is we'll find out where you can find everyone on social media, starting with Chips. Where can we find you?
Tomorrow's online variety show. It's split into 2 parts. The first 2 hours the singers are doing Rent, and then after that it's an improv after dark where I can finally curse through an improv, and I'm overly excited about that, from 9 to 11:30 or 9 to 10 to 11:30 on online variety show.
Okay, thank you very much there, Chips. Banana Rotten Rousey II. Where can we find you, Andrew?
Not on social media, but I'm a regular with Extreme Improv. Well, if you're an improviser, and I do improv gym with Sarah Davies. It's on a break at the moment for Easter, but it's 7 p.m. UK time on a Tuesday when it returns. If you look up Improv Gym, GYM on Facebook.
Okay. Just to clarify, so you don't go to Improv JIM, which is just a different guy. So don't look up Improv Gym. Look up the Improv Gym. You know. Right. So, with this, where can we find you, Capelthev?
You can find me in my YouTube channel, which is What Deeds, and you can also find all these lovely people in there on social medias, even that puppet. And you can also buy this wonderful book.
Oh, I love the black and white edition. That's great. So, where can we find you, Jen?
Hello, I am at Genki Jen. I am a member of the wonderful Boss Birds, and I'm also in a musical duo called Improvoki at Improvoki Improv on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook. And you can sometimes find me here as well.
Okie dokie. Thank you very much, Jen. Matil, Blueberry, where can we find you, David?
Oh, so you can find me on my Instagram at Darth Nocturnus, on my YouTube at DaveMC, and my Twitch, Mr. Lag1993, where I play video games and generally annoy people. If you want to follow the adventures of this little guy, you can find him on his Instagram at MeowTBlueberry.
Okay, thank you very much. Where can we find you, Hannah?
You can find me on Instagram at Hannah_McGowanX. You can find me at Boss Birds Improv as well as weekly on the Extreme Show and Improv Chattanooga from next week. Also, if you subscribe to a YouTube channel, mine, Hannah McGowan, you will find myself and Ewan Henderson, actor. Both of us have set up a little improv lockdown project called The Unfortunate Adventures of Serg and Vlad, which is a comedy YouTube series, and it also features some of the improvisers you'll see here, such as Mr. David Postansky.
Ta-da! So, for me, my name is David Postansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Postansky. You can also get a copy of the Extreme Improv board game, Improvise Your Way Out of This, which is available by going to the website xstreamed.tv/board game. So, with that, let's come over to our sole survivor today, Esther Springs. Isha, where can the people find you?
You can find me here in the Revenge of the Mafia every Friday night on Extreme Improv. Toodles.
Toodles. Love it. Okay, so with that, thank you so much, everyone. Do smash the subscribe button over on youtube.com/Extreme Improv. Like I mentioned, check out the website extremes.tv for hundreds and hundreds of videos on the Extreme Improv Plus service, loads and loads of articles about a range of pop culture subjects, and of course, there's all of the podcasts on there, and so much more to come soon. But with this, from me, from everyone else, stay safe, always stay extremed, and watch out for the Mafia. Ciao for now, people.
Bye!
Bye!
Right, that means we are now off the air. Well done, everyone. Great show.